Welcome, nerds, to the TV news. That's a little ambiguous, don't you think? This is a clip that is taken from the larger Week in Nerddom that gets posted up on the main YouTube channel at Generally Nerdy, or youtube.com/Generally Nerdy, however you have to go about it. This section of the news, we're talking about TV shows and episodic shows on streaming networks. I'm still working out a way to say that isn't such a mouthful. Either way, it's going to be TV shows, right? That's how this works. And so let's just get into it, shall we? So now we have to talk about TV shows, and as we kind of said in the intro to the episode, not a whole lot going on here because of the writer's strike. We do have a little bit. We have the Witcher announcement that seems a little perplexing. We also have Star Trek Strange New Worlds in here twice, as well as Mandalorian in the regular S news part of this TV. Let's do this. All right, so follow-ups and corrections. First up, Millerverse, the Mark Millar universe of comic books that he owns himself. He's got a first view. What are those contracts called? First view, something like that. A contract with Netflix, so that whenever he comes up with an idea, they get to see it and take it first, and then if they don't take it, then he has some time to shop it around after so many months. So coming from that deal, we have a new series called The Chosen One. This series is based on the American Jesus comic book. It will be out August 16th on Netflix because they apparently got it done before the writer's strike happened, and it's just been in editing since. But I can understand why they didn't go with the original title of the comic book, because then presumably you'd alienate a very vast chunk of your potential audience in at least America. So that's that. Next up, we're talking about The Witcher. Oh yeah, The Witcher. There's a big announcement as far as Netflix goes. They just greenlit a season 5. And I don't think anybody wanted that. I'll walk that back slightly. It remains to be seen if anybody wants that, because after season 3, we no longer have Henry Cavill as Geralt, and then we have to deal with the Hemsworth brother. Liam, I believe, is the Hemsworth. And so very much going to lose a lot of their audience because it's no longer Cavill, but then potentially if it's not very good with Hemsworth as Geralt, you're going to lose a lot more of your audience. So this is probably a little premature, Netflix, but I don't know, maybe that's just me. From there, real quick announcement for Walking Dead, the Rick and Michonne series, which still does not have its own individualized title. That's just the working title is Rick and Michonne, which very well could stick, who knows. But we do know that they have wrapped on principal photography for this season. Photography. I don't know why I always say photography. They've wrapped. So presumably we're going to be seeing this very shortly after Dead City, because Dead City's already in the middle of marketing, promotion, so on and so forth, and will be rolling out soonish. I can't think of the date right now, but then shortly thereafter, we get Rick and Michonne. That's going to be interesting. We also know now that the Dead City series has a plan, at the very least, for approximately 3 to 5 seasons. But we don't know much more about Rick and Michonne, if it's going to go past just a single season or not. So super intrigued by that. Let's move right along, though. Our other follow-up has to do with Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Strange New Worlds, the entire first season is available for free on YouTube, not on Paramount Plus, where the season 2 is going, and all of season 1 already is. So yeah, if a lot of these streamers will put the first episode of a new season up, these guys said, all right, the season's done, we've kind of milked it for what it's worth, let's give it to the masses and see what happens for free. So absolutely, if you're looking for your Star Trek fix and you don't feel like paying for Paramount Plus, then you get Strange New Worlds. I have yet to finish the first season, but now that it's all for free, I'm probably going to do that. And we're probably going to talk about it in the That Just Happened show as I do it. So, stay tuned for that. But that's what we have for follow-ups and corrections. Let's talk about trailers. Speaking of Star Trek Strange New Worlds, Season 2 dropped another trailer. It's pretty awesome. Live long and prosper. Right back at you, Mr. Spock. We have Season 2, June 15th, will be launching on Paramount Plus. We're just 2 weeks away. It looks huge. Super excited about it. Moving on. Our other trailers have to do with Black Mirror, a proper story trailer. We get to see how the series is going to, or the episodes rather of the series are going to play out at least a little bit, and so definitely see where they're going with some of this stuff, and it looks pretty awesome. Go check it out. Links for all these in the description. And then our final trailer that launched this week that is of note is Righteous Gemstones Season 3. New trailer. The new series is going to be June 18th. It is a little puzzling because John Goodman's character is in a lot of the shots in this trailer. And at the same time, some other shots, they're talking about how the kids have to keep things going. So are we going to see a death in the, or am I just really not remembering how season 2 ended and he already died? I mean, if he was already dead in season 2, then why would he be so prevalent in the trailer for season 3? Just seems odd. So yeah, I think we're looking at John Goodman character death. Yeah, I can't think of his name, the Daddy Gemstone, whatever. So yeah, super stoked to see this season happen, but very confused. From there we have one piece of regular ass news. And that one piece has to do with The Mandalorian. Mandalorian news is that it is awards season time. They are putting in for Ahmed Best to be eligible for an Emmy. This is really cool. I mean, like, nobody gives a shit about the Emmys anymore anyway. Like, Oscars, Emmys, like, the only people that really care about that are the people who work in Hollywood, not the people who actually consume the content. But that being said, it's still huge that Ahmed Best, who at one point was considering major self-harm because of the role they gave him in the prequel trilogy, is now respected enough by the people who create the show that they want to put him in for an Oscar, or an Emmy rather, and that's awesome. I think the community has come around and is very accepting of Ahmed these days. So yeah, this is great. I really love this. Yeah. From that though, that's all we have for news and all we have for the things. Let's talk about TV suggestion for the week, and that is Black Mirror. Go play catch up. It is a real quick catch up game because none of the seasons are very long. As a matter of fact, they get significantly shorter as you progress. I think the first season was like 10 episodes. The second season was like 8 episodes. Second and third season, I believe, were about 8 episodes. And then the last season that aired was only 3 episodes, if I'm remembering correctly. There are a couple of one-off long-form, I don't want to necessarily call them movies. I don't know. It was just the one long form, and it was the Pick Your Own Adventure one, which was pretty nuts actually. So all of it's still available on Netflix, and I don't know that BBC still has the rights to stream it or what, but yeah, pretty awesome. It's a great series. You just got to play catch up. There's no reason to not love this show. Once again, nerds, this has been the TV and streaming news for the week, taken from the main show, The Week in Nerddom, which is posted on the main channel, youtube.com/generallynerdy. Thank you for joining me here, nerds. Before we go, always remember that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.